Okay, if everybody have a seat, we're ready to go. Okay, welcome to the Jersey City Fire Department Annual Awards. My name is Deputy Chief Anthony Della Rosa. At this time, we'll have the presentation of the colors, Jersey City Fire Department Honor Guard, led by Battalion Chief Rich Gorman, followed by the Jersey City Firefighters Emerald Society Pipe and Drums Band, led by Pipe Major Pete Comey.
Honor Guard, Jersey City Fire Department, Oaks Colors. By the half step, forward, hop.
At this time, I'd like to invite firefighter Nicholas C. Fargo, Jr. to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. All the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, at this time, I'd like to invite for the invocation, Reverend James Pagnotta, Fire Chaplain.
We gather this morning to celebrate with special honor the goodness of life and the heroic deeds of outstanding members of this Jersey City Fire Department. As we begin this celebration, let each of us put aside the cares of the world for a moment and pray to the God of our particular faith. The Almighty, who is the protector of all humankind, whose strength, power, and wisdom is a beacon of light and a ray of hope for all people. We pray, O God, that you give special direction to all who answer the call to their brothers and sisters, their keepers throughout the world, and especially in our Jersey City Fire Department. We pray, O God, of all love and compassion, give special guidance to all firefighters, that they may be protected from harm while performing their duty. We pray, O God of healing, help our men and women with loving protection while they work to save the lives and property of all people, young and old. We pray, O God of hope, give our sisters and brothers the courage and alertness to protect our citizens, their fellow firefighters, and themselves. Today we also pray, O God, for our family, for the members of the Jersey City Fire Service, some of whom might be ill. May you grant them health of body and mind and compassion and comfort. And let us also be thankful for the blessings in our America the Beautiful, for the goodness of life that we find in family, friends, and workers in belief. We honor the fire service of Jersey City and celebrate some members, their individual deeds and company actions. Remember all who run when the box is struck, not knowing what lies at the end of the run or the peril that is real, not in a dark night movie, but in a bright sunny day reality. As each of us reaches into the depths of our souls and calls our personal faith, let us acknowledge our God, a God of life and goodness, of love and compassion. In the sweetness of this joyous occasion, we thank our extraordinary Jersey firefighters for always answering the call to duty above and beyond for the past 4 years. They have given of themselves in ways worthy of our note today. And as we honor their deeds, we ask you to bless them and bless all of us. Bless this gathering. Bless those who serve our country. And bless all those who are in need, especially at our borders. And we ask this in your name. Amen. It is a tradition of our department never to forget the 52 firefighters whose names are listed on the back of your program and at the light of eternal bravery at headquarters. They made the supreme sacrifice of their lives in the service of this community. We pause now for a moment of silence.
Thank you, Father Pagnotta. Okay. At this time, Battalion Chief Gorman, retire the colors, please.
Right, please. Forward, up.
At this time, I'd like to introduce some of our assembled guests and elected officials. The Honorable Mayor Stephen M. Fulop. From Jersey City Fire Department Public Safety, Director James R. Shea. Assistant Director Jerome A. Calla. And Fire Chief Stephen J. McGill. At this time, I'd like to invite Honorable Mayor Stephen M. Fulop for his opening remarks.
So first, let me say congratulations and thank you for your actions and your service to Jersey City. Over the last 4.5 years, we've tried to grow the fire department, and we've been successful, whereas we're at 604 firefighters today, the largest it's been in probably more than a decade. And it speaks to our commitment to making sure that we continue to have the best pound-for-pound fire department anywhere in New Jersey and maybe anywhere in the United States of America. And to our families, and to the families that are here, we say thank you for sharing your loved ones with us. We know the sacrifices they make away from the family, holidays, weekends, oftentimes when you'd like to have them at home. And for that, I say that 300,000 people that call Jersey City home are grateful. Before I conclude, I would just also like to say quickly a special thank you to the director of the Fire Services Division within the Jersey City Fire Department and Public Safety, Jerry Calla. Jerry joined Jersey City's Fire Department in 1971, and this Friday will be his last day here serving Jersey City. And we are thankful, Jerry, for your service. We're thankful for your commitment to Jersey City, and we wish you the best of luck. Again, thank you to all the award recipients. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you do continued great things for Jersey City. God bless. Thank you.
Okay, at this time I'd like to invite Director James R. Shea to give the Director's Award.
Good morning, everybody, family and friends, fire department members. I'll echo the mayor's comments and get this moving, but the Jersey City Police Department, whenever we hire new firefighters, we always tell them, you know, it's not an easy job to get, and it shouldn't be, because you're joining the finest fire department in the world. You're joining one that's world famous, that is world respected for the work they do here, and that every day proves it and continues to add to that legacy. So it's such a great day to be able to honor all of these firefighters today who continue to add to that legacy. And what they do, what you'll hear today, is just a small part of what they do every day. And we don't have enough time if we were going to try to honor every brave and every honorable act that they do. So we'll let this be representative, and I'll thank all of you for what you do to keep the people in Jersey City safe. And then for the Director's Award, I'll just say that, so 5 years ago I started here, and that wonderful fire department I just described to you, probably any reasonable person would have figured I'd screw it up. Because I came here from the police department in New York and had zero fire experience when we created the Department of Public Safety. And the reason that the fire department continued on such an even keel and continued to excel and continued to do such wonderful things is because I was lucky enough to have Jerry Calla as a deputy director. He has been a guide, a counselor, a partner, and then ultimately a friend. And he has the unique ability to stay reasonable and calm in tough situations and to speak the truth of his principles to power, whether it's being the mayor or the union presidents or whoever doesn't want to hear what he has to say that day. And with that wisdom and with that experience, he kept the Jersey City Fire Department on the path that it's going on and made it better and bigger, and we're going to continue expanding it and continue giving the fire officers and firefighters what they need to continue. So, Jerry, I hope you'll come over and accept the Director's Award for 2018.
Okay, at this time we'll get started with our annual awards. We're going to start in the year 2014. Okay, the first award that year, on October 20th, 2013, Engine 13 responded to a motor vehicle accident at the intersection of Old Bergen and Seaview Avenue, where firefighter Jason Bess had already removed occupants from a car leaking fuel. Due to his act of valor, this member was presented the Distinguished Service Award, firefighter Jason Bess. On December 6, 2013, Engine 1411 rescued a man who was trapped underneath a New Jersey Transit bus in front of the firehouse. Due to their outstanding team effort, without which their actions would have resulted in possible loss of life, these members are presented with the unit citation. Captain Vincent Rivera, firefighter Victor Justin, firefighter Joseph Carter, firefighter Keith Papelo, firefighter Anthony Calabrese, firefighter Brian Gippert, firefighter William Claret. On April 2nd, 2014, Ladder 6 and the MLU responded to Dixon Mills at 186 Wayne Street and rescued a trapped occupant from a multiple dwelling with a heavy smoke condition coming from the third floor. Due to their outstanding team effort, without which their actions would have resulted in great property damage or loss of life, these members are presented with a unit citation. Captain Patrick Drennan, Captain John Melfa, firefighter Edward Williams, firefighter Jeremiah Healy, firefighter Vincent Azzolini, firefighter John Yeomans, firefighter Kevin Ebert. On April 5, 2014, firefighter Michael Seiler observed a Jersey City police officer grappling with a civilian across the street from quarters of Rescue 1 and needed help. Due to his extraordinary act of valor, this member is presented with the Distinguished Service Award, firefighter Michael Seiler. On April 8, 2014, Engine Company 13 responded to 145 Ocean Avenue for a first responder call and resuscitated a civilian who wasn't breathing. Due to their outstanding team effort, with which their actions resulted in a possible loss of life, these members are presented with a unit citation. Captain Dominic Vallo, Firefighter Anthony Gonzalez, Firefighter Keith Kaufman, Firefighter Joseph Menendez. On October 8, 2014, off-duty firefighter Corrado Scardino assisted in removing an unresponsive driver from the vehicle and placed him on the ground to initiate CPR. Due to performing first responder care under unusual and extraordinary circumstances, having been instrumental in saving another from severe injury or death, this member is presented with the Medical Service Award. Firefighter Corrado Scardino. The following members have served the Jersey City Fire Department and the City of Jersey City for at least 35 years in the finest tradition of the fire service. In acknowledgement of their 35 years of service, the department and the city, the following members are hereby awarded with the Service Recognition Award. Captain Mark Fallon, Captain Albert Bauer, Captain James Early, Captain Peter Regic, Fire Official Dennis Newberg. We'll move on to 2015. On February 1st, 2015, Battalion 3, Rescue Company 1 and Squad 4 responded to 875 Patterson Plank Road in Secaucus on a mutual aid request and extracted a trapped occupant from his vehicle. In performing their duties in the finest tradition of the fire service, these members are presented with the Excellent Fire Service Award. Captain Frank DeBicki, Firefighter Walter Milne, Firefighter John Bauer, Firefighter Carmine Rizzo, Firefighter Michael Tyler, Captain Michael Cannon, Firefighter Derek Drennan, Firefighter Jason McCain, Firefighter Miguel Rios, Firefighter Corey Keepers, Firefighter David Budnick, Firefighter Nicholas Begging. On Thursday, April 2nd, 2015, Engine Company 17 responded to 194 Clendenny Avenue and resuscitated a newborn baby who was not breathing. Due to performing first responder care under unusual and extraordinary circumstances and having been instrumental in saving another from severe injury or death, this member is presented with the Medical Service Award. Firefighter Kyle Convoy. On May 19, 2015, the Jersey City Marine units were dispatched to the rear of 34 Exchange Place and rescued a civilian that had jumped in the Hudson River from the pier. Due to their outstanding team effort, which without their actions would have resulted in possible loss of life, these members are presented with a unit citation. Captain Howard Simone, Firefighter Benjamin Montserrat, Firefighter Donald Nass, Firefighter Christopher Gallagher. Just so you know, since this all had happened, a lot of these young men and women have been promoted, so you'll notice their ranks are a little higher than what I'm saying, but at the time that was their rank. On June 21st, 2015, Engine Company 13 responded to 1587 Kennedy Boulevard and resuscitated an unresponsive civilian to performing first responder care under unusual circumstances and extraordinary circumstances, and having been instrumental in saving another from severe injury or death. These members are presented with the Medical Service Award. Captain Dominic Vallo, Firefighter Brian Ellison, Firefighter Joseph Menendez, Firefighter John Galvin. On July 25, 2015, at 16 Dales Avenue, Ladder 9 rescued a trapped occupant on the 3rd floor. Due to their act of bravery and unusual personal risk, these members are presented with a Class C citation. Captain Thomas Rucci, Firefighter Joseph D'Agata. On the same incident, due to their outstanding team effort, which without their actions would have resulted in great property damage and possible loss of life, these members are presented with the unit citation. Firefighter B. Arthur Johnson, Firefighter Sean Benson. On September 11, 2015, to 70 Armstrong Avenue, for a fire reported, an engine 22 rescued a trapped occupant on the 2nd floor. Having been instrumental in rescuing and saving another from possible death and at great personal risk, these members are presented a Class B commendation. Captain John Johnson, Firefighter John Amato, Firefighter Raymond Gracia, Firefighter Brian Roche. On September 18, 2015, Engine Company 14 responded to 201 Central Avenue, the Pershing Field swimming pool, and rescued 2 possible drowning victims. Due to performing first responder care and under unusual and extraordinary circumstances, and having been instrumental in saving another from severe injury or death, these members are presented with the Medical Service Award. Captain Joseph Ontes, Firefighter Harry Baker, Firefighter Wilfredo Moyeno, Firefighter Nicole Montalto. On September 28, 2015, at 851 Pomona Avenue, Engine 15, Engine 9, Ladder 9, Squad 4, and Rescue 1 rescued trapped occupants on the 4th floor. Due to their outstanding team effort, which without their actions would have resulted in great property damage or loss of life, these members are presented with the unit citation. Captain Mark Fallon, Firefighter Joseph Murphy, Firefighter Matthew Finnerty, Firefighter Jeffrey Piorkowski, Acting Captain Joseph Chaste, Firefighter Brian Tullock, Firefighter Ronnie Coulter, Firefighter John Galvin, Captain Anthony Clarko, Firefighter Jeffrey Batt, Firefighter George Conroy, Firefighter Kevin Phillips, Captain Nicholas Degnan, Firefighter Pat Preciosus, Firefighter Robert Bakowski, Firefighter Anthony Manchisi, Captain Victor Petroselli, Firefighter Richard Ciro, Firefighter Jose Medina, Firefighter Vincent Torrey, Firefighter Dwayne Taylor, Firefighter Patrick Murphy. On December 3rd, 2015, members of Engine 6 responded to 111 Town Square Plaza PET station for a first responder call and resuscitated a 75-year-old civilian in cardiac arrest. Due to them performing their first responder care under unusual and extraordinary circumstances, and having been instrumental in saving another from severe injury or death, these members are presented with the Medical Service Award. Captain Joseph Fuentes, Firefighter Craig Vagel, Firefighter Richard Nicholas, Firefighter Anthony DePaolo. The following members served the Jersey City Fire Department and the City of Jersey City for at least 30 years in the finest tradition of the fire service. In acknowledgement of the 30 years of service to the department and the city, the following members are hereby awarded with the Service Recognition Award. Battalion Chief Joseph Menendez, Captain Michael Conforti, Firefighter Herman Johnson, Firefighter Walter Milne, Captain John O'Keefe. I'd just like to acknowledge Councilperson at Large, Daniel Rivera, is in attendance today. Thank you, sir. Okay, on to 2016. On January 23rd, 2016, at 263 2nd Street, Lattery responded to a reported fire and rescued a trapped occupant on the second floor balcony. Due to their outstanding team effort, which without their actions would have resulted in possible loss of life, these members are presented with a unit citation. Captain Michael Conforti, Captain Andy Aziz, Firefighter Louis Colon III, Firefighter Nikolai Georgiev, Firefighter Robert Mack. On March 11, 2016, Squad 4 and Rescue 1 responded to a report of an industrial accident at Woodbridge Street and Johnson Avenue and resuscitated an electrocuted construction worker. Due to performing their first responder care under unusual and extraordinary circumstances and having been instrumental in saving another from severe injury or death, these members are presented with the Medical Service Award. Captain Michael Davis, Captain Guido Salandra, Firefighter Brian Herman, Firefighter Matthew Kelleher, Firefighter Andrew Petroselli, Firefighter Ryan Vega, Firefighter Nelson Martinez, Firefighter Greg Patillo, Firefighter Brian Kennedy, Firefighter Brian Jankowski. On May 4th, 2016, off-duty firefighter John Bolger conducted a search for occupants at a building fire, 143 Beach Street, and then evacuated the Bravo and Delta exposures. Due to performing duties in the finest tradition of the fire service and at unusual personal risk, firefighter John Bolger is presented with an Excellent Fire Service Award. Firefighter John Bolger. On May 10, 2016, Rescue 1 and Squad 4 rescued a teenager trapped in a shaftway at the abandoned pump house located in the Summit Avenue Reservoir. The following members were an integral part of this rescue operation in its coordination and implementation. Battalion Chief Robert Forenza, Safety Officer; Battalion Chief Henry DeGiulio, Operations Chief; Firefighter Thomas Sullivan, Accountability Officer. Due to their outstanding team effort, without which these actions would have resulted in possible loss of life, these members are presented with a unit citation. Captain Michael Davis, Captain Guido Salandra, Firefighter Matthew Kelleher, Firefighter Robert Nunez Jr., Firefighter Brian Herman, Firefighter William Claret, Firefighter Nelson Martinez, Firefighter Raul Vega, Firefighter Kevin Hennessy, Firefighter Greg Patillo, Battalion Chief Robert Forenza, Battalion Chief Henry DeGiulio, Firefighter Thomas Sullivan. On May 26, 2016, off-duty firefighter Jason Bess was at his home when he responded to provide medical care to a gunshot victim. Due to performing his first responder care and under unusual, extraordinary circumstances, and having been instrumental in saving another from severe injury or death, this member is presented with a Medical Service Award. Firefighter Jason Bess. On June 9, 2016, Ladder 3 responded to a structure fire at 123 St. Paul's Avenue and rescued trapped occupants on the third floor balcony. Due to their outstanding team effort, without which their actions would have resulted in possible loss of life, these members are presented with a unit citation. Captain Vincent Manchisi, Firefighter Yazia Gomez, Firefighter Vincent Palmara, Firefighter Nicholas Delfino, Firefighter Ian Bistreski. On June 15, 2016, Rescue 1 and Squad 4 were dispatched to 2419 Kennedy Boulevard and rescued a construction worker who fell from the roof. Due to their outstanding team effort, which without their actions would have resulted in possible loss of life, these members are presented with a unit citation. Captain Michael Davis, Captain Guido Salandra, Firefighter Robert Nunez Jr., Firefighter Brian Herman, Firefighter Nelson Martinez, Firefighter Anthony Petroselli, Firefighter Brian Finity, Firefighter Kevin Hennessy, Firefighter Greg Patillo, Firefighter Brian Jankowski. 12/14/2016, at 136 Randolph Avenue, firefighter Louis Colon III rescued a 4-year-old child that was trapped on the 3rd floor. Due to performing an act above and beyond the call of duty at extreme personal risk that had been instrumental in rescuing and saving another from death, firefighter Louis Colon III is presented with a Class A Medal of Honor. On October 16, 2016, Marine Company 2 resuscitated a civilian who was not breathing and did not have a pulse at the Liberty House restaurant. Due to performing first responder care under unusual and extraordinary circumstances, and having been instrumental in saving another from severe injury or death, these members are presented with a Medical Service Award. Captain Howard Simone, firefighter Benjamin Monserrat, firefighter Donald Moss, firefighter Chris Gallagher. On November 13, 2016, a frantic grandmother rang the bell at the quarters of Engine 10 with her infant grandson who was choking on a piece of candy. Firefighter Reddick dislodged the candy and members assisted in ensuring the infant was breathing. Due to their outstanding team effort, which without their actions would have resulted in possible loss of life, these members are presented with a unit citation. Captain Christopher Federa, Captain Vincent Vita, firefighter Matthew Mulhern, firefighter Matthew Dornacker, firefighter Kristen Moyeno, firefighter Henry Reyes, firefighter Keith Kaufman, firefighter Joseph Reddick. Due to performing first responder care under unusual and extraordinary circumstances and having been instrumental in saving another from severe injury or death, this member is presented with a Medical Service Award. Firefighter Joseph Reddick. On December 9, 2016, Engine 22 responded to a fire at 585 Brand Hall and rescued a trapped occupant on multiple floors in the building. Due to their active bravery and unusual personal risk, these members are presented with a Class C citation. Captain Joseph Vallow, firefighter Elvie Lazaro, firefighter Sean Prince, firefighter John Casalini, firefighter Howard Hayes. The following members have served the Jersey City Fire Department and the City of Jersey City for at least 35 years in the finest tradition of the fire service. In acknowledgement of the 35 years of service to the department and the city, the following members are hereby awarded the Service Recognition Award. Deputy Chief Gregory Lallo, Battalion Chief Robert Forenza, Battalion Chief William Rowley, Captain James Farrell, Captain William Anderson, Captain Leonard Verbicki. Okay, now we'll move on to the year 2017. On January 26, 2017, Ladder Tower 4 responded to 150 Cater Avenue and rescued a trapped occupant from the 3rd floor. Due to their acts of bravery and unusual personal risk, these members are presented with a Class C citation. Captain Glenn Yudkowski, Firefighter Gregory Mellon, Firefighter John Amato, Firefighter Justin Del Piano. On January 26, 2017, Ladder 4 rescued occupant Jael Bethea. Prior to a rescue, without regard for his own personal safety, Jael began evacuating others from the building. Once safely outside the burning building, Jael realized that his family needed clothes to stay warm and that his mother had not taken any of her valuables with her. He went back in and was overcome by heat and smoke until being rescued himself. Due to performing acts of valor, Mr. Bethea is presented with a Special Fire Service Award. Jael Bethea. On May 28, 2017, Marine Company 2 extricated a fallen Navy SEAL paratrooper from the Hudson River. Due to performing acts above and beyond the call of duty and an extreme personal risk, these members are presented with a Class A citation. Captain Kenneth Simone, Firefighter Chris Gallagher, Firefighter Sean Mangan, Firefighter Benjamin Monserrat. On June 11, 2017, a fire was reported at 82 Beach Street. Members of Engine Company 7, Engine 14, and Ladder 7 rescued 3 trapped occupants. Due to their acts of bravery and unusual personal risk, these members are presented with a Class C citation. Captain Terrence McGee, Firefighter Joseph Carter, Firefighter Joseph Collins. For the same incident, on June 11, 2017, due to their outstanding team effort, which without their actions would have resulted in possible loss of life, these members are presented with a unit citation. Captain Daniel Healy, Captain Arnaldo Borges, Firefighter Wilson Carrera, Firefighter Herman Lazada, Firefighter Thomas Higgins, Firefighter Jose Medina, Firefighter Robert O'Grady. On August 3, 2017, Engine Company 11 responded to 136 Manhattan Avenue and resuscitated an unresponsive civilian. Due to performing first responder care under unusual and extraordinary circumstances and having been instrumental in saving another from severe injury or death, these members are presented with the Medical Service Award. Captain Kevin Colnis, Firefighter Peter Radomski, Firefighter Julio Milla, Firefighter Brandon Raymond. On October 26, 2017, Ladder Company 11 was dispatched to 168 Harrison Avenue for a carbon monoxide alarm activated and rescued 2 semi-conscious occupants and 1 unconscious occupant. Due to their outstanding team effort, which without their actions would have resulted in possible loss of life, these members are presented with the unit citation. Captain Scott Turpak, Firefighter Andrew Casella, Firefighter Gary Casaro, Firefighter Matthew Faden, Firefighter John Palmer, Firefighter Jason Bigden, Firefighter Jeffrey Gorman. The following members have served the Jersey City Fire Department in the City of Jersey City for at least 25 years in the finest tradition of the fire service. In acknowledgement of their 25 years of service, the department and the city, the following members are hereby awarded a Service Recognition Award. Deputy Chief Michael Monahan, Battalion Chief Kenny Petiniak, Battalion Chief Robert Daly, Battalion Chief Michael Nickerson, Battalion Chief Thomas Jones, Battalion Chief Richard Gorman, Battalion Chief Sean Verdi, Battalion Chief Thomas Conforti, Captain Dominic Vallow Jr., Captain James Ward, Captain Stephen Ricola, Captain Robert Pilger, Captain Robert Jarmolinsky, Captain Peter Nowak, Captain John Yannick, Captain Stephen Chaffee, Captain John McTurn, Captain John Ripnick, Captain Kenneth Simone, Captain Gregory Jovi, Captain Joseph Vallow, Captain Greg Willis, Captain Dominic Magliano, Captain Angel Reyes, Captain Thomas Rogers, Captain David Murphy, Captain Jeffrey Brzezowski, Captain Sam Jovi, Captain John Strick, Captain Angelo Mano, Captain Gerald Drennan, Captain Mark Petroselli, Captain Bella Vasilik, Captain William Gephardt, Captain Daniel Mitchell, Firefighter Gilberto Roland, Firefighter Alexander Coulter, Firefighter Robert Iannico, Firefighter B. Arthur Johnson, Firefighter Brian Smith, Firefighter Roberto Mayer, Firefighter Stephen Bryan, Firefighter Gary Honorato, Firefighter Brian Conahee, Firefighter Theodore Kiokowski, Firefighter Peter Calvanico, Firefighter Manuel Pereira, Firefighter Thomas Sullivan, Firefighter Donald Stembridge. Captain Thomas Grucci and Captain John Belfa.
Come out in front of the podium for me. Keep coming forward. Keep coming forward in front of the podium. There you go.
The following members have served the Jersey City Fire Department and the City of Jersey City for at least 30 years in the finest tradition of the fire service. In acknowledgement of the 30 years of service to the department and the city, the following members are hereby awarded a Service Recognition Award. Chief of the Department Stephen J. McGill, Battalion Chief Henry DiGilio, Battalion Chief Gerald Fisher, Captain Jeffrey Outwater, Captain John Cunningham, Captain Mark Quartieri, Captain Glenn Yarkowski, Captain Giacomo Antonicello, Firefighter Daniel Martin, Firefighter Peter Adamski, Firefighter Stanley Kaminsky.
Class 87.
Okay, the following members have served the Jersey City Fire Department and the City of Jersey City for at least 35 years in the finest tradition of the fire service. In acknowledgement for their 35 years of service to the department and the city, the following members are hereby awarded a Service Recognition Award. Deputy Chief Anthony Della Rosa, Battalion Chief Peter Grisi, Battalion Chief Stephen Drennan, Captain Victor Petroselli, Captain Herminio Avilias, and Firefighter Michael J. Manzo. concludes 4 years of the annual awards. At this time, I'd like to invite Chief of Department of Stephen J. McGill to give the Chief of Department awards.
The Chief of Department Award is usually given to a civilian or a member who does some outstanding things for the community or the department. For 2014, it's our fire official, Dennis Nuba. I don't think he's here right now, but he's gone above and beyond with revamping the Fire Prevention Bureau, helping out people in the neighborhoods and the communities through the fire prevention, and he's helped me out a dramatic amount in the Chief's office, just doing so much outreach and community relations through fire prevention. So just want to congratulate him. I know he's not here. We'll give it to him later on. For 2015, retired firefighter Larry Curtin, who's at every event that we have. Come on up, Bob. You know, while Larry was working still for us, he would come out to all these events and take photos and videotape. Since he's been retired, he hasn't stopped and hasn't skipped a beat. He's been at every ceremony we've had, and he's like Chief Oser is now, the new Chief Oser, if anybody remembers him. But just want to thank him for helping us out. He posts these things online. He keeps all, not only the current members, but the retired members apprised of what's going on with all the events and retirement parties and everything else. So he does an outstanding job of promoting this department, so I just want to thank him. Okay, 2016, firefighter Mark Ellison, who's retired, and firefighter Glenn Ellison, also retired. These two retired members have been incredibly active with retired members and also with our fire museum and the Gun Club upstairs. They basically took it upon themselves to redo the whole second floor, bring it back up to some modern standards, help us out coordinating roof repairs and a lot of other stuff. But they're there always for all our retired members and our current members, and they do an excellent job, so I just want to thank them personally. Congratulations. And for 2017 Chief of Department Award, Captain Craig Wallace and firefighter Scott Windrum. These two members have been instrumental in helping us put together a new driver chauffeur program, pump operations, and anything to do with the fire engines that are out there to help us better ourselves at everything that encompasses any type of engine operations. They really took the bull by the horn and put together the whole program that we have. They're putting together a new SOP that'll be out by the end of the summer, I hope. And it's just making all of our members just better at their jobs with this tremendous training they put together. So I just want to thank them personally. Congratulations.
At this time, I'd like to invite the President of Local 1064, Peter Nowak, to give out the Officer of the Year Awards. Can I have the Battalion Chief Rich Gorman, year 2014. Officer of the Year 2015, John Johnson. Officer of the Year 2016, Captain Joseph Ballo. Officer of the Year 2017, Captain Kenneth Simone. At this time, I'd like to invite President Local 1066, Joseph Krennick, to give the Firefighter of the Year Awards. Can I have, for year 2014, Firefighter of the Year, Firefighter Corrado Scardino, 2002-2015, Firefighter John Amato, for 2016, Firefighter Louis Colon, 2017, Firefighter Benjamin Montserrat, Firefighter Sean Magden, Firefighter Christopher Gallagher, all Firefighter of the Year.
Let me just start off by saying, for every firefighter and fire officer here, last night I had a conversation about heroes. And a friend of mine and I talked about what is a hero. You had no idea when you reported to duty that day that you were going to be honored here today. None at all. But you showed not only the civilian population that you are entrusted with their health and safety, but you showed your brother and sister firefighters and officers the metal you're made of. So first off, I'd like to congratulate each one of you. But there's something more important for me to talk about today, and that's you, the loved ones, who entrust the chief of the department and our leadership with your loved one when they leave the house, whatever time in the morning it is. It's so imperative for you and that individual to kiss each other, hug each other, because you never know if one of them are not going to come back. Since 1977, I buried 8 firefighters and officers. Everyone meant something to me, as every one of these men and women means something to everybody in this audience, including our chief and our assistant director. So from my heart and my family to yours, I know what it is to get up in the morning and try to do the greatest job you can. These men and women do it day in and day out. and sometimes in adverse conditions. They do it with some apparatus that are faulty, but they do it. My hat is off to each and every one of you. But the third point I'd like to make, I wasn't given the honor to speak at Assistant Director Caller's retirement party. For some 30 years, him and I had a relationship, rocky at times. Mayors came and they've gone. 41 years later, Joe Koenig is still standing on the stage. My first mayor was Mayor Paul Jordan. And my last mayor now might be Mayor Steve Phillip. But I'll tell you one thing about Steve and my director and assistant director. Whenever I have a problem, they always came to my assistance. And this man here, I'd like you to stand next to me for a moment. This man here means a hell of a lot to me. I don't have a plaque. I don't have anything for him but my words. And my words you can take to the bank. Anybody ever dealt with me? The words this man had to say during his career, behind closed doors and open doors, including Monday, when we were trying to negotiate an extension to the contract. This man stood tall for every firefighter and every officer, because it's from his heart. And that means something to me. Every morning that I wake up, he knows as a judge, when 42, 43 rings, Joe, how are you? He knows it's me, whether it's 6:30 in the morning, every day, or a Saturday or a Sunday. You talk about a dedicated individual. You talk about a guy that will go to bat for you. No, we didn't win every battle with him. But I'm so proud to share this stage with this man right now. And his last day is Friday. And you know where I'll be Friday. I'll be right next to him. And next week after that. I have his email, I have his cell number, and he's going to be an instrument in getting us the extension to our contract for 21 and 22. I'm proud to be here with the men that received the Firefighter of the Year award. They're great individuals. We had one individual who won a Medal of Honor. That's a great asset. But this man here, and Lieutenant George Johns, started this medal day under Mayor General Don McCann. So I'm proud to be here 41 years later and honor not only the men and women of our department, but the men and women who send you out to us every day and give us you, that you can perform the task and ability that you do every day. So I'm proud not only of you, your families, but I'll tell you what, I'd go to bat with this guy anytime, day or night. He's a great man. Thank you, Jack. What do you say about Firefighters of the Year? How did they get picked? Was it politics? Bullshit. It wasn't. It was for what they did and how they did it. And I'm proud of every one of them. God bless you all, and may next year I be here to greet you again. God bless you. No profile shot.
Okay, be right here.
Easy, easy. Thank you. God bless you all.
This time I'd like to invite up Mr. Paul Schetzel to give the Gun Club Awards.
Thank you, Chief. Good morning, everyone. I am my honor to give the Gun Club Awards, which are actually predated the ceremonies that we're here today. If you notice in your program, it's the 27th annual Meritorious Award Ceremony. Today, we will be giving out the 44th annual Carlos Negron Memorial Medal. Carlos Negron, as you know, is a firefighter and a member of the Gun Club who made the supreme sacrifice 25 years ago this year, in March of 1993. The Gun Club had established the award in the 70s and has continued since that day, but ever since Carlos had passed away, the award was renamed the Carlos Negron Memorial Medal. I know I'm standing between you and lunch, so I'll try and be as brief as possible. But the medals that are given by the Gun Club are for the outstanding acts of bravery in the course of the year. The second medal that is awarded by the Gun Club was established by the Lee family, Francis Lee, who made the supreme sacrifice 51 years ago in March of 1967. Originally established by his widow, Anna Lee, the award is now continued by the Gun Club and is also an extraordinary act of bravery. For the year 2015, we'd like to call for the Carlos Negron Memorial Medal recipients Captain Thomas Rucci and firefighter Joseph Degato. As I said, I'll try and be brief, but the acts of bravery deserve recognition. This is for a second alarm at Box 581 on July 25th, 2015 at 16 Dales Avenue. The time was at 15:06 hours. Battalion 4, Battalion Chief McGill transmitted a working fire and reported a person trapped on the third floor. A female occupant was hanging out of the third floor window with smoke billowing over her head, screaming and attempting to jump. Captain Rucci ordered a 2.5-inch line to protect the rescue operation and the exposure building. Captain Rucci and firefighter Degato then raised a 28-foot ladder in a 4-foot alleyway. With limited room to work and at a very steep angle, they were able to rescue the victim and bring him down safely. Congratulations. Sticking with 2015, the 41st Annual Francis and Anna Lee Memorial Medal is presented to Captain John Johnson, firefighters John Amato, Raymond Gracia, and Brian Roach, Avenger Company 22. This incident was on September 11th, 2015, of course, a day that is infamous in the fire service history, at 70 Armstrong Avenue, Box 879. It was at 22:42 hours. Enter 22 was met by civilians reporting a fire on the second floor with people trapped. They lined in, and as they attacked the fire, they found a male on the living room floor just outside the rear bedroom where the fire was located. As firefighter Gracia confined the fire, the remainder of the crew carried the victim to the first floor. The victim was then treated with smoke inhalation and burns. Congratulations. Moving on to 2016, the 43rd Annual Carlos Negron Memorial Medal is presented to firefighter Louis Colon. This incident was on a hot summer day, July 14, 2016, at 136 Randolph Avenue, Box 719. Firefighter Colon was alone performing fire inspections and located a fire at this address. He performed an initial size-up and transmitted the alarm via radio. He was then informed by residents that a 4-year-old child was trapped on the third floor. He attempted to enter the interior but was pushed back by intense heat and smoke. Firefighter Colon then found a 6-foot step ladder and initiated a rescue attempt from the exterior. He climbed to the second-floor balcony, then reached to a third-floor window sill and pulled himself up into the third-floor apartment. He searched the apartment and located the child, but was forced to exit to the third-floor window again due to deteriorating conditions. While protecting the child from harm, he descended to the second-floor balcony where he was able to hand off the child to the first arriving companies. Louis, congratulations. 2016 event, which is the 42nd Annual Francis and Anna Lee Memorial Medal, is presented to firefighter Raul Vega of Rescue 1. This incident was on May 10th, 2016 at Summit Avenue Reservoir, Box 375. Rescue Company 1 and Squad Company 4 responded to a report of a teenager trapped in a shaftway at an abandoned pump house in the Summit Avenue Reservoir. Company's forced entry and found a 13-year-old boy had fallen 30 feet down an open shaft into a pool of water. The boy was holding onto a steel column to stay afloat. A high-angle confined space rescue was necessary to save the victim. All members prepared the site for a safe and efficient rescue. Firefighter Vega was lowered into the confined space and placed a rescue harness around the victim. Once the victim was secured, all hands raised him from the shaft to safety. Firefighter Vega, congratulations. The 2017 incident, both medals are being awarded for the same event. So we'll call for the 44th Annual Carlos Negro Memorial Medal, Captain Kenneth Simone, and for the 43rd Annual Francis and Anna Lee Memorial Medal, firefighters Christopher Gallagher and Sean Mangan. At 11:04 hours on May 28, 2017, Marine 2 was patrolling the Hudson River at Box 670. At the mouth of the Morris Canal during a Memorial Day demonstration, 2 Navy helicopters were to drop 4 Navy SEAL paratroopers for the crowds gathered at Liberty State Park. One of the Navy SEALs experienced a malfunction of his primary and backup parachute, which never deployed. The Navy SEAL fell from a great height and at high speed into the Hudson River, less than 50 feet from Marine Company 2. Marine Company 2 and a U.S. Coast Guard boat went to the victim. Captain Simone and a Coast Guardsman went into the water for the rescue. The fallen Navy SEAL was bogged down by his heavy, wet gear and was entangled in his reserve parachute. Seeing their difficulty in keeping the victim afloat, firefighters Gallagher and Mangan went into the water also. Now 4 strong, they were able to lift the victim onto the Coast Guard boat. Once on board, members performed CPR, and while the boat sailed to Liberty Landing Marina, where a waiting ambulance transported the Navy SEAL to the medical center. Just to let you know, we had a long debate at our committee about the event, and the firefighters and the captain that went into the water were awarded the medal, but we'd like to give a special recognition to firefighter Benjamin Montserrat, who was the pilot that day. You know, he didn't go in the water, he kept the boat afloat, he kept it safe and able to get it. Congratulations. Again, thank you, and we'll turn it over to Chief Della Rosa.
Thank you. All right, at this time, I'd like to invite 2 ladies here that behind the scenes help put this all together. This just doesn't happen. There's a lot of work that goes into this. But every time they step up and they help us get the job done. I'd like Lauren Gumbel and Rose Rodriguez, please. second. Another couple of guys I'd like to acknowledge. Stay right here, please. Battalion Chief Yankowski and Deputy Chief Monahan put a lot of this together. They put a lot of hard work into this. I don't have flowers for you, but I have a hearty handshake. All right, I'd like to invite Chief of Department Stephen J. McGill up for his closing remarks.
Good morning. Just want to thank everybody for coming today, especially Mayor Fulop, Director Shea, Assistant Director Calla, everyone else up here, and especially also the Board of Education for allowing us to use this facility. This is a great venue for us, and hopefully we'll be able to use this in the future. Also want to thank the family members, friends that came today to show support for our members, who I thank also for doing such a great job. And this is a great turnout today. I'm very happy that we had this many members come today with their family and friends to celebrate such a great occasion. I also want to thank our awards committee. We have members from both unions and from my office that go over all the submissions and basically duke it out in one room to figure out who's going to get what. And it's not an easy task, especially when we're reading some of the writings that are sent in. But we figure it out, and we honor those who deserve the honor, and they're all here today. He took a little of my steam away, but I want to thank Deputy Chief Monahan and Battalion Chief Yankowski for putting this together. We haven't had this event in over 4 years. I apologize for that on behalf of the department. I really don't know why we haven't had it, but I like fire department tradition, and I'm trying to bring back the old traditions that we had from when I came in our job 31 years ago. This was one of them. This was one of the better days we used to have. It's good for morale and camaraderie, and it's good to have the family and friends come, and also the public when it makes the paper, to see what we actually do for a living every day of our working career. So, also want to thank my MC, Deputy Chief Della Rosa. He does a great job. Thank you very much. Also want to thank quick speech, I just got a lot of thank yous. But the two union presidents that are here, they always are showing support for the members, obviously, but I'm always impressed, since I've been doing this for the past year or so, of the dedication they have for their membership, and not making my life that miserable, just a little bit when they call every day. But they've been great with me, and I hope I've been good with them to be as fair as I can possibly be. And we find a good medium to work. So I just want to congratulate them and thank them for their support for my office as well as our members. Appreciate it. And I don't want to make this Jerry Calla Day, but I just want to thank him. Just about everything I learned administratively throughout my 31 years, since I met him in the mid-90s, I learned from him. You know, they say, or I'll say, he's forgotten more than I'll ever know. And I just want to thank him for his service, and he'll be sorely missed, because unfortunately I'm going to probably pick up some of the duties that he has, hopefully not too many. But moving on, just wanted to say how proud I am for all our members out here today who received awards from the past 4 years. Keep up the good work. We hate to use the word hero, because we don't believe we are. We're just doing our job that we were sworn to do every day. And every once in a while, we do something a little bit above and beyond, and that's why they're here today. And I'm glad most of the members that are getting awards showed up. So I just want to thank them. You know, I joke around and I say I have 600 kids now as the chief of the department. And I mean that lovingly, because I do treat everyone as if they're part of my family. And I'm a proud father right now for everyone here. So thank you very much. Have a great day. I'll see you at the after party.
At this time, I'd like to invite Father James Pagnata for the closing prayer.
As our honorees go home with their rewards, our applause, thanks, and congratulations. Let us be mindful of the perils of their job. Let us pray, Almighty God, that you imbue in them a sense of faithfulness in their training, cooperation with their brothers and sister firefighters, and understanding to their leaders. Strengthen them to resist the temptations of life which might lead them astray from their duty, and that which might be harmful to their well-being. Enable them to work in health and safety, and grant them and their families their guidance and grace, so that they and we may be and do what is good for all of us in life. Bless all these men, women, and children of our America, and enable them to live peacefully with the blessings of your providence. And we ask this in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Father. Just as a reminder, after here we're going to have lunch over at the Zeppelin Hall. It's at 9 Regent, right across the way here. Okay, at this time I'd like to invite Nicholas C. Fargo Jr. to sing God Bless America.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair, as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
I'd like to thank you all for coming. I hope you have a great day, and maybe we'll see you across the street. Thank you.